Hey everybody, what's going on? Adam Agro here with another review for the Overshield.com. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Max, the Curse of the Brotherhood. This is the Max from Max and the Magic Markers. I don't know why they dropped the Magic Marker part, but if you're familiar with that franchise at all, then the main character and some of the functions and abilities and mechanics will be familiar for you. Max and the Curse of the Brotherhood is a clever 2.5D side-scrolling puzzle platformer. It's a lot of fun. It uses the marker to draw up platforms in the shape of, pillars of the earth, vines to swing on, and big giant roots that you can also use as platforms. They do use them in a lot of very interesting and innovative ways, and it is really engaging. I did enjoy a lot of the platforms. Some of the times they kind of shoehorned the mechanics in areas they didn't really need it, although they seem to balance it out by areas that kind of automatically do stuff for you when you're kind of being helped by a unseen force. So that kind of quickens the pace of the platforming portion, which is well needed because you kind of get sick of stopping and making the platforms for yourself. It does get old after a while. They did very well on blending when you have to do stuff and then when you don't. There are some very fast-paced segments, which are pretty fun and kind of nerve-wracking. I did enjoy a lot of them, though. And right here you can see some. And there's really cool mechanic in it as well when you need to do a last-minute terrain change. You need to bust out your marker and either make a platform or a vine or what have you. This is a really cool mechanic. I love all the mechanics they have in the game, aside from, of course, the marker and the slowdown. There are ones where you can drop platforms on enemies and then use those enemies to get up to other areas. A lot of clever stuff they did using that. That's really cool. Now, even though I did miss that this game was made on Unity, it really does have that Unity look, that kind of over-polished, shiny look that a lot of Unity games had. And, it's easy to look past it because the game does look really great. The foreground, the background looks really great. And I know that not a lot of people have played or played games or demoed games on Unity. Being a developer, obviously, you see a lot of that stuff. And the shininess kind of was a turn-off for me. I didn't really dig that, although the foregrounds and particle effects and all that stuff are awesome. The controls can be a little bit clunky, and I was using the controller because this game is also going to be released on Xbox One and all that stuff, to my knowledge, so it does heavily promote the controller support, and it does work, but there's definitely some clunkiness. Granted, I am playing a beta version because I did get early access of this, so we're going to let the clunkiness slide for now. Tons of animated sequences, which you can thankfully skip if you are trying to either get through this game fast for the Chivos or if you want to speedrun it. It does have those options, though sometimes due to Unity's nature, you'll start rope swinging in one direction and it's easy for your patterns to be messed up, and for a lot of stuff can go wrong as far as the swinging goes with the ropes, which happened to me quite a lot. Also, the voiceover of the little kid Max kind of gets really annoying, especially if you're grabbing all of the eye monsters or cameras for the baddie or whatever they are. I didn't really catch that exactly because I was trying to just collect them real quick and go about my day. But he kind of says like the same stuff, and it gets a little annoying and repetitive. I don't really dig his voice too much, but all in all, it is a really fun game. It has a lot of really cool and interesting engines that are very, beneficial for gamers, especially gamers who are interested in actually using or building on Unity, to kind of see what it is. Everything functions pretty well. Everything works pretty good. There is a lot of trial and error that does get frustrating, but of course it is very lenient with checkpoints and stuff that you have to retry again and all that. There are a couple of moments where I had to rewatch brief cinematics, which did kind of get a little bit annoying, But there is a lot of cool stuff to do in here, a lot of fun stuff to see, and visually it is spectacular. It does look nice. It has all the achievements, so it's fun to grind for the achievements. It has the collect-a-thon feel to it as well. And mastering the puzzles, if you do multiple playthroughs, is also insanely beneficial. But I didn't want to show off too many of the puzzles, which is, you know, primarily this game's deal, and there are some amazing puzzles. But yeah, I didn't want to show them all, give them all away. In some cases, you can kind of make it on your own. You can kind of cheese some areas and, you know, run up plants that you've made vertical and all that stuff. But overall, it's fairly linear. If you kind of just, you know, do what it wants, play it how it wants to be played, draw how you want it, how they want you to draw it, you should be good. But I like to add a little bit of the Tim Burton flair to all my viney platforms, my roots and stuff like that. So cool mechanic when you can connect the vines to the pillars of earth and roots. That's pretty neat. And then of course you can cut them to swing on it. So a lot of cool mechanics in this game to explore and use and utilize. And if somebody did want to beat this fast, there's a lot of impressive things that you can do. And with the cheap deaths, it's fun for people to watch you. So if you stream it, this will be a fun game to stream because you will probably die a lot and have a lot of close calls and all that good stuff. So definitely check this out when it was released. This is Max and the Cursed Brotherhood from the Max and the Magic Marker series. Looks great. I'm playing the Steam version if you didn't know or couldn't tell, because it didn't actually show my achievements that were popping, but I got a few, which is really nice. And yeah, there was quite a bit of a challenge to getting all of the relic pieces and stuff like that. So I would give Max, the Curse of the Brotherhood, an 8 of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. The pacing was really good. It did have some downsides, but it is an awful lot of fun, and I recommend that you check it out. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you guys check out Max, the Curse of the Brotherhood on your platform of choice. Check out the Overshield.com and Red Cell City right here on YouTube. Thank you very much. See you next time.